All right, team, we are back. Have you tried turning it off and back on again? Well, I did, and it seems like everything is working fine now. So we will, without any further ado, get straight back into it. For those who've just joined, in short, I had everything perfectly set up, working perfectly fine, and for no reason my throttle just stopped working. Hey, this is all part of the fun. So, shall we get back into my beautiful DCS? There we go. Excellent. So, down we go, and just to repeat, what are we doing today? In simple terms, team, we are going to start the jet from cold. We have roughly 15 minutes to complete all of this before we launch. So we start cold, taxi out, launch at exactly 6 a.m. in the morning. The reason for that is because we have a tanker en route, and to rendezvous with it at exactly the right point, we need to launch at 6 a.m. Then we can attempt a refuel. I'm sure we'll be able to get some fuel, but it's the tricky part is to get the jet fully fueled up. And then once we've completed that, we will come back down, back to the carrier we took off, and we will go ahead and do a landing. So, shall we try that again? There we go. And so, flashlight on. Cool, that works. Good. We'll salute, and then we will start asking the ground crew.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Give us some electricity.
Copy. Ground power is now on.
Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. Next, we can ask for
Connect ground air supply.
ground air supply.
Copy. Ground air supply is now connected.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. Okay, so we'll turn back down here and we'll enable our flashlight. That helps us see what's going on. Air is on. That should be it. Now the big question. Can I communicate with my Rio? Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Copy.
We sorted it. Well, hopefully.
ICS comm check. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my friend. So now we're going to turn around and just quickly turn on our ejection sheet. Holy sheet.
Closing canopy. Check.
That's good. Beautiful.
Ready to start.
So we'll head down here. So of course it's hard to see. So what we'll do is we will turn on the cockpit lights. Then we don't need our flashlight. Okay, so now that we've got that up and running, we are going to now go through and check our oxygen switch was on. I did that. Wing sweep is in aft. Check. Check air sources down here is off. Check. Now we're going to start messing around with our hydraulic pumps, which is hard. Done. And now we just wait for our friend in the back to give us the A-OK. Cool. And so down here, what we're going to do now is we're going to just monitor. You'll see that everything is at 0, and then we're going to turn over to right side, and you'll see the right engine is slowly just going to come up, and when it shows an additional line, perfect, we're now ready to push right engine throttle to idle, and that will then start up the engine. So let's go outside the jet and have a look. So you can see the one's got a bit of heat blare, so our right engine's starting up. You should be able to hear that. Cool. So you can see right now that engine is coming up. RPM is coming up. So everything will come up, and then once it's happy, it's going to settle itself down. Well, she seems to be happy. Any warning lights? Everything looks fine. So now we flick our engine over to left side. Again, have a look down here. You'll see when it comes up, it shows an additional line. That's its base. That means I am ready. There we go. And push that up. Now, I am using a very cheap head tracking system. It only cost me $20 to set everything up. And so it's sometimes a bit finicky. Cool. But so now our left engine, is going to be starting up. And so we can see everything down here. Cool. Everything's coming down. Everything's looking good. Excellent. So we will reset. Everything's looking fine over there. And so now we come down here. Do that. Air to both. We'll turn that off. Okay. Beautiful. And now we can ask ground crew.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Disconnect electricity. Thank you.
Copy. Ground power is now off.
And then
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
and you'll hear clicking in the background by pushing of buttons. That's our Rio sitting back there,
Supply is now disconnected.
doing his thing. Okay, so now we're gonna go and activate our VDI and our HUD. Excellent. We'll set it down to TID so I can see what they're doing. And so what you can see here is this little triangle pointing down. You can imagine this is a loading screen from 07 all the way to the right. And that shows how far our Rio is through completing his tasks before we can move this jet. And so what we're going to do to save a bit of time is we're going to go here. And we're going to just go for INS, go minimum weapon delaunch. That means he'll do things a little bit quicker. We don't have to spend too much time sitting here waiting for him. Cool. So I'm just checking here. Gun rate's all good. That's all good. That's all good. Excellent. So now we go down here. Check, is that set up correctly? Yep. Skid is good. Now we'll turn on our, if I can get my head right, AFCS. Which, by the way, if you're wondering, AFCS stands for Automatic Flight Control Systems. All right, next we need to check our wing is in auto. Wing here. Wing / extension trans is an auto. Check. Now we're going to switch our radio here to both. And then we'll set TACAN to transmit receive. And then on this side, we have to... There we go. Turn our ARA 63 ICLS, which is Instrument Carrier Landing System Receiver Power Switch, to on. Done. Whatever that is. Kidding. Then here we're going to just set this to on. Should return back with that. Perfect. And then here we just adjust this and then click it in. Excellent. So yeah, now we just need to get Jester to set up a couple of radio setups. So we go in here, we go data link, set mode, TAC, data link, set host.
Roger.
Truman. Okay, and now we are, in our point of view, ready to go with taxi and takeoff. The only thing is like I said, we have a progress bar down here. So you can see when I look at here, that down triangle is basically saying to us he's almost halfway through his progress. And so now we can relax. We can just go through our checklist again, make sure that everything is set correctly. But yeah, there we go, team. What do you think? So far, so good. Now, you'll see it says awaiting salute gesture. Basically, that is to let the ground crew know that we have completed our startup procedure and we are ready to taxi. And so, of course, we're not done yet. I've tried to figure out a way to make that message disappear, but I've not been lucky. As you can see here, it's currently 05:53 minutes. So at 5 minutes to, we'll get a call out 5 minutes, and then 1 minute to, and then we have to launch at exactly 6 o'clock so that we can rendezvous. Cool. So like I said, I'll go through some of my other checks here just to make sure everything's right. So make sure our HUD is set to takeoff. Check. We'll switch to TACAN once we're in the air. And so you can actually have him do his INS alignment much quicker than this. But for me, this is good practice because this is the minimum INS requirements to be able to fire certain missiles. And so that's what we'll be using when we go and do a full mission. So we have to get used to this delay. Cool. Now, of course, when you become a really good fighter pilot, a lot of these things you remember yourself in your head. But for me, all I'm doing is I'm looking through what's going to be next in my checklist so that I know what's going on. So, once we're ready to go, we're going to salute. We're going to enable the nose wheel steering. Then we're going to release the parking brake. And then we'll be taxiing out to our right, roughly where you see that light pylon standing. That's where we'll be taking off. And then when we take off, we'll be turning right, heading 30, climbing out to
5 minutes to take off.
Thank you. We'll be heading up to 25,000 feet, looking for the tanker, and then we'll go through those procedures when we get there. Cool. So let's have a look down here. Ario is doing his thing. Now, Chuck's guides recommend you do the full INS, but obviously that takes a little bit longer, and we're not going to waste our time with that today. Cool. How about some beauty shots? Just a Tomcat chilling. You can hear him clicking away in the background. Cool, that's good. So he should give us the A-OK in a second.
We're ready to taxi.
Excellent. So we will salute, indicate that we're ready to go. We'll enable nose wheel steering. You'll see on the left that light went up. And we will disconnect our parking brake, bring our throttle up nice and slowly, finger on the brakes. Wait for it to start moving. Does she move under this throttle? Little bit. Okay, we'll push it up just a millimeter. There we go, and off we go. So we brake. There we go, and we get the signal to turn right, so full rudder right. Now, I don't have pedals yet, and so I'm just tapping the brake with a button. Of course, it'll be a little bit easier when you've got... Thank you. There we go. Hello. Try to get the jet lined up as much as possible, and then we'll start turning it. Perfect. So, pull throttle out, release the brakes. Right, now we have to go through our wing process. And so we move this all the way forward, which is usually a lot easier, but for some reason today it's fighting me. Close it down, do a master reset. Now we want to check that our wing sweep is working. And so we will push it back, all the way back. And so you can see here, on the right side here, I'll zoom in. We're currently set to manual, and so the wings have gone all the way back to 68 degrees. Now I push it to auto, and now it should automatically bring the wings back out. And then once it's ready, we'll engage our flaps. Flaps are engaged. You can see it down here. This is moving down. Perfect. Now we're going to kneel the jets. So we come down here, and as you can see here, we kneel the jet. And so if I quickly go outside, you'll see what's happening. The jets kneel down, and then a guy comes underneath, and he connects this bar. Okay. So now you see the ground crew's moving out of the way, and you see he's waving his hands. What he's saying now is, I've got to move the jet over the catapult hook. And so it takes a little bit of juice to get over it. "1 minute to take off." Okay. Alright, so perfect. We are over. So you can see now we're hooked up on the front side of catapult, ready to go. Now with 1 minute to go, what's basically going to happen now is a couple of things in short succession. Have a look at the time. At roughly about 30 seconds, I will... hang on, TACAN is engaged yet. Roughly 30 seconds, I will bring the throttle up to mil power. We'll do a quick test of all of our surfaces, and then we'll salute at the time. Okay, here we go. And bring it up to mil power. And so we go forwards, backwards, left, right, full left rudder, full right rudder. I do a little rotation. Have a look. Any errors? No. Cool, we're good to go. Stand by for salute. Here we go. Let's kick the tires and light the fires. Yeehaw. Yes, cheesy audio by me. Here we go. Woohoo! There we go. Gear up. Flaps up. And now we turn out to 3-0. Oh, team, good to be in the air with throttle working. And managed to do all of that in just around the right amount of time. There we go. Cool. Now we still got a warning light, and I'm not sure what that's for. Wheels. I'm pretty sure I did bring the wheels in. Let's have a look. That's very strange. The wheels were in. Alright, wait for it to complete. Hear the noise. Okay, and let's go up to 25,000. We'll switch to cruise mode. Everybody with headphones, watch out. Well, watch out. Hear out. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful thing. Alright, so like I said, we're heading up to 25,000 feet, so now we can probably start getting our radios configured. And so we'll go here. No, that was not what I wanted.
Okay.
Okay.
Roger.
Going silent beyond visual range. Now, if you look in the right side, I'll try and zoom in, but you probably won't see with the quality of the stream. This little black dot there, that's our tanker. Cool. So far, so good, team. So far, so good. And so we're trying to just level off here for zoom in, roughly around 25,000 feet, give or take a a few. And so I'm using my trim just to level the jet off. Of course, as it goes faster, it starts to change the flight characteristics. There we go. Click, click. Down we go. And so we're hauling ass. Again, headphone users, here we go. Full afterburner. Okay, so let's just go down a little bit. We've just gone over 25,000. The tanker is cruising at 25, so we don't want to be on top of it. Ideally, we want to be below it. Cool, so I can see the tanker just off my windscreen on the right. And so now we'll start making contact with it.
Shell 1-1 in field 1. Request rejoin.
Cool.
In field 1, Shell 1-1. Proceed to pre-contact at 25,000 at 290.
So all I did there is I said for the air intake for the cockpit, switch to left engine because the probe sits on the right. So we're a bit high. We've just crawled up over 30. So we'll come down a little bit. Still hauling ass, pretty good speed. And so our Rio will be calling out very soon that a friendly is in range. Going outside.
Report rejoin.
No! Oh, I forgot. Same button as... Same button as changing the view. Cool. So we'll just reinitiate that.
Shell 1-1 in field 1. Request rejoin.
Friendly, 1 o'clock, 11 miles.
Proceed to pre-contact at 25,000 at 290.
Thank you, sir. I want some juice, please. Alright, so we're coming in really fast, so I'm going to pull throttle out completely. We're just above 25,000, so we'll come in a bit low. Beautiful. Now, seriously, team, landing a jet on a carrier is hard enough, but this is so hard. As that thing I shared earlier presented, this is one of the hardest things to do. The most hated things to do, and the only way I'm going to get over it is to do it over and over and over. And seriously, if you watch the very first stream of me trying to refuel versus the second, the rate of progress is high, and so you should believe in yourself and just keep plugging away. Before you know it, you're good. Alright, so 5 nautical miles out. Now, what we won't do is we won't form up directly behind it. We will form up to its left, try to get our speed and our trim perfectly set up to match its speed, which is not easy to do, team. And then once we've got that sorted, then we will move in and try to connect with the basket. Now, of course, I can get to it a lot faster than this, but for me, it's just about being calm, coming in slowly, not rushing anything. There we go. And so you can see my hands are off the stick. That's how you should trim your plane. So it should automatically just kind of fly naturally with what you're trying to achieve. Now I've also got my brake configured on my left pinky, and so I can push it just to slow the jet down. Fortunately, I do have some problems with this now and then, which is hilarious. Now what will happen is as we decrease speed, the jet will start flying differently, and so we'll have to retrim at every part until we get to the basket, which is, it's a challenge. Alright, 2 nautical miles out. And so I've purposely made this difficult, so we're trying to do this at sunrise. We've got a cloud cover that's literally at the height that we're flying, so we get extra turbulence. It's all part of making things hard to take things to the next level. You guessed it. Alright, so now we pull power out, activate that air brake, slow it down a little bit, bring the nose up. Bit surprised by how fast we are going, considering the brake's been open for a while. And we just keep climbing for whatever reason, but anyway, that can easily be resolved. There we go. Alright, we're in the pattern 5x5. And we'll throttle up and...
Ready, pre-contact.
Return free contact.
bring out our probe. And so I've got to trim this jet. It keeps popping up for whatever reason. See, we're in the plane's turbulence. That's not a good idea. See, it shakes the plane a lot, so let's just steer out left a little bit.
Ready, pre-contact.
Return free contact.
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 Ready, pre-contact.
Cleared contact.
Oh, that's the call out we wanted.
Return free contact.
Ready, pre-contact.
Return free contact.
Ready, pre-contact.
Cleared contact.
We did throttle down a little bit more than necessary there, team. It happens, unfortunately. The changes you need to make to your throttle are so minute. And I, again, forgot to configure my throttle to be a little bit less sensitive lower down. Okay, here we go.
Little left. Just a bit to the right.
Contact.
Thank you, tanker. We love you.
And so there, I just pulled the throttle out a millimeter too much,
Ah, shoot.
and so we
Little left.
disconnected. So now we need to throttle back up. It's so tricky. Just getting it plugged is now the easy bit. I know, sounds crazy to say that, but it's then maintaining flight level with the tanker. I really have to make adjustments to my throttle. Plus, this air tracking's not ideal. It's sort of... Actually, I'm going to lock it. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about that. Okay. Ooh. Throttling up a little bit. But hey, there we go. You see, we plugged for a bit. And then what happens is you start to panic. You start going, oh my God, no, what now? What now? And it's such a stupid thing. You should just be calm. Small little throttle. Oh, hang on. Control, what's it? Control, enter. There we go. So now you guys can see how I'm trying to make the smallest little throttle inputs. So this is oscillating, and so I should be calm, not overreact, and see the plane's getting away. Just the smallest little throttle mistake and the plane gets away from me. That's something I really have to work on. Okay, we should be catching the basket slowly now. Trying to get that trim just right. Here we go, we're coming in.
Little left.
See, in a bit of panic and you're in trouble. So you got to stabilize.
Just a bit to the right.
Stop it from moving around like that.
Just a bit to the right.
See, the problem is I keep moving up and down and up and down, and I should just chill and just give small little
Right.
inputs. So I've taken some power out, see if I can slow things down a bit.
Just a bit to the right. Just a bit to the right.
See, now I don't have enough throttle to catch it.
Just a bit to the right.
No! Damn it! Stop it! So much concentration, team. So much concentration. And now we are losing the jet. This wouldn't be hard if it isn't hard. Yeah, what? Quote that. Close. And so, again, that's the hardest part, is not panicking. Because you lose sight of it, and you should be just focusing on the plane ahead in those cases. And so we'll pull a bit of throttle out, hopefully.
Just a bit to the right.
And then I panic. I need to calm down.
Little left.
In my previous stream, I actually had a little bit better luck, so let's practice live on air. So I was reading a fake message placed by a bot. And so again, pay attention to the bottom left. You'll see the inputs that I'm putting in are so minute, but look at the impacts that it's having.
Little right. Little right.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
We're in. Thank you, tanker. We love you.
And see, there's the throttle problem again.
Ah, almost had it.
Which
Just a bit to the left.
I'm a bit surprised by, because according to what I could see by the tanker, I was not moving forward nor backwards.
Little right.
Practice, 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 practice. But yeah, that's been the hard part for me. It's not the plugging, even though it's obviously not easy, as you can see. It's the maintaining level flight with the tanker. Once I've plugged.
Little right. Little right.
Okay, so I've taken the millimeter of throttle out, and look, I'm losing.
Just a bit to the right. Just a bit to the right.
I held the brake a second too long there. That's okay.
Little right.
How much fuel do we have? Can't see at the moment because I've locked my view. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're alright. Oh, did I pull throttle up by mistake there? Probably.
Just a bit to the right.
So we're perfect on throttle. Look how we're holding. So now if I just millimeter it forward,
Just a bit to the right.
hopefully we can start catching it at a slow rate. There we go. So here she comes. And then we have to throttle up again. Damn, I'm concentrating so hard that I'm losing my freaking voice. It's my heart rate.
Just a bit to the right. Just a bit to the right.
Yeah, that was sloppy. I didn't want that to connect. Far out, team. I mean, we did achieve our mission in the fact that we connected and took on some fuel. But like I said, the hard part is still just remaining at the same altitude, flying straight. We try again. We'll try one more time. And I think at that point the plane will actually start to turn anyway, so then we're probably going to be bingo on fuel and we need to RTB. We'll keep trying.
Little right. Just a bit to the left.
Starting to lose concentration now. Edit calm. Small taps.
Just a bit to the right. Little left.
Good news is nobody's actually watching now, so there's no pressure. Just edit this all out. Kidding.
Little right.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
Did it again.
Suck 'em dry. This basket just doesn't like us today.
Yeah, it doesn't, does it? It's alright. We'll give it one more bash. One more bash. But hey, we took on fuel.
Little right. Just a bit to the right. Just a bit to the right.
Getting desperate now.
Little right.
Getting very desperate.
Contact.
See?
Return free contact.
Ah, I see.
Ah, just missed it.
Last try. But again, look at my inputs, team. It is minute, millimeter inputs. And I think there must be something that I need to do better because, damn, this is hard, man. Well, I guess that guy did say this is the hardest thing.
Little left.
Too much brake. Damn it! Just a second. Okay, let's line her up. Nice and calm.
Just a bit to the left. Just a bit to the right.
Stabilize, jet, please.
Little left.
See, and then I pulled too damn hard. Damn it! Damn it! Oh, for fuck's sakes, you gotta be calm, man. You gotta be calm. All right, team. Okay, one more try, and then we'll RTB for the next hardest thing to do.
Return free contact.
Ready, pre-contact.
Cleared contact.
Just a bit to the left. Little right.
Ah, stop oscillating.
Just a bit to the right.
And then I've got to throttle up again. I want fuel, please. Maybe if you throw it out the window, I'll have more luck hitting it. Come on. Deep breaths.
Little right.
Deep breaths. Bring it down slowly.
Just a bit to the right. Little right. Just a bit to the right.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
Got
That looked easy. We're plugged.
it was easy.
This basket just doesn't like us today.
No. And so, thank you
Report rejoin.
for whatever fuel I got there. How are we looking? Yeah, we're pretty good actually on fuel. All right, so we'll head back to base, team. That was not successful in the way that I wanted to be. But that is what happens. All right, so navigation.
Alrighty. Switching to steer point 1.
Weird. It's like it's frozen. Very strange. It was fun journey to be part of. Yeah, man. Definitely not easy, but I will keep trying, man. I will keep trying. All right, so we RTB. We're heading back to carrier. Bring it up to half throttle. There we go. Let's have a look. So, okay, we've got to set our wing sweep back into auto, which it is. I think that's what the problem was. My wing sweep wasn't set. Checklist, damn you, checklist. There we go, navigation. And so we will... Cool. Thanks for watching though, John. Always good to show you how to take a few drops of fuel.
Roger.
I don't understand why the waypoint isn't doing what I wanted to. I had this similar problem last time. Ooh, might be a silly question, but can you do a barrel roll? I wonder. Airphone users, caution, caution. Why is my air brake deployed? I might have deployed it and just not released it. So to your question to John. Computer says yes. All right. We'll level out there. Now let's go and find our map. And so basically we were probably roughly in this area here. And so we're now going to head back down to Guam. Yeah, baby. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, and again, I don't understand why he's not taking waypoint 1.
Wilco. Switching to steer point 1.
You bloody better. And then we'll go radio, tune tack. No, we're not near the carrier at the moment. Lights are off. And nobody's home. Yep. Now, I don't know if there's something wrong with the waypoint, maybe because I passed it. I don't understand, but this should not be an issue. Hey, we'll figure it out as we go. So what we'll do is old school navigation. So Shift K. So we look at the maps, right? And so I am flying in a downward direction. This island here very much gives me Rota vibes. What do you think, team? There are no other islands that I can see that are here, and so we'll see. Hey homie, love your stream, but notice you're new on Kick. Help promote the channel. No, thank you. But appreciate the comment. There we go. Now, because we did take on some fuel team, I can give her a little bit more boost to speed things up. So we're going to go and burn a bit of our fuel off. There we go. Speed! What is our altitude? Okay, maybe let's bring her up a little bit. We're faster the higher we go. Watch out, headphone users. Here we go. Dead quiet. Beautiful island, that, wow. Excuse me, I'm going to do something I probably shouldn't. But that island looks so cool. I'm going to go and pay it a close visit. There's your barrel roll, Mr. J-Dog, the John. Looks like it had a volcano blow its load and completely shatter the island in the middle. Coming down quick. Woohoo! Yeah, man. Let's go check out a volcano. Just like White Island, bro.
The sink rate's too high.
Your mother's too high. Here we go, everybody. That's what it looks like inside a volcano that popped a long time ago. Cool. We'll go back up to the altitude we were after. Just get back up to 25,000. What a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a terrible feeling. I'm singing in a really bad way. Sorry. Have you considered singing career? No, I love cats. I love damn cats. And last thing I want to do is cat chilling at home listening to a song I made and screaming and shouting. Stop it! You're killing me! Bravo! Oh, thanks, man. Alright, is that an island? Yes, that is an island. So I think... that's actually the one we're aiming for. Obviously, because we took so long to refuel, it's we've managed to travel quite far. Now, I'd love to go full throttle all the way, but as we can see down here, that's how much fuel we've got on left and right. And it will take some time for me to land this, so I definitely want to save a bit of fuel for that. How big is the world map? How far does it stretch? That is a good question, though. I do not know the actual answer for it. They are massive. They're massive because, of course, this is mostly for aviation, and so very large. Let me just go here quickly and reset that. Shift K, and so that's the map, and there's more. And so we, after all of that flying, so just get the plane doing its thing right. We were about here, so we still had loads more to go before needed anything, and I think it probably can go even more than that. Alright team, so if we have a look at the island profiles that we've got here, and we'll do, like I said, a bit of that old school mapping. Boop, boop. So you see the island that's got the split is this one here. So actually, we're still miles away. Or, what we see here is Rota, and the next one might be Guam. So we might have some more to go. Now, obviously, realistic games, realistic things like this won't have a little marker showing exactly where I am on the map. Okay. We should just trust our directional marker. Cute little island down there. You see, and then there's a split in the middle, and then there's another island. And that makes me believe we're only flying over Saipan now. We traveled far, yo. So next will be Rota. So we can zoom out a little bit. Then, oh, don't know. And unfortunately, I haven't learned enough about the navigation side yet to really understand how to do that. So maybe that's our next stream. Next stream, how to navigate. Why is this so off canter now? There we go. Cool. All right. We'll trust our trusty marker. How's that feel looking? Ooh, we are in trouble. And so I stress again, for those watching this going, wow, this looks really hard. It is hard. But it doesn't have to be. If you want to just download DCS, install it and just have fun, you can. And it's free. I say again, it's free. You can very easily just get this going, and there's really easy tutorials, and there's even settings you can change to make it even easier for you. So, seriously team, I'd highly recommend this. And then you can start challenging yourself without doing it on air, of course. You know, in the comfort of your own home with nobody watching. Alright, so we're looking good on waypoint. And again, if anything, this island that we're flying past now is going to be Rota. So the next one, which I don't see. It's again, I don't know if I'm trusting my waypoint and incorrectly, and the island down here is the one we're looking for. Okay, so spiky with a little curve. Oh, why are you doing this? Shift K. See, something in me is telling me that that is the island we're looking for. And so you see this one has got 2 islands and there's an airstrip running across its nose. Let's go, okay. Nope. Alright, we will trust. And so it shows how far we've traveled just trying to dock with that. I mean, obviously, well, we've been streaming for over an hour. First 20 minutes of that was getting to it. It was 40 minutes almost of flight. 40 minutes of flight. So logically, it would be roughly the same going back. And if we had taken on a full tank of fuel, maybe it wouldn't have been such a big problem. But we didn't. Okay, so we got our next island in the distance, and you see that little pointy bit? Guess what? That's Rota. There's the spiky bit for Rota. And so yes, we are on the right track. Well, in that case, why don't we activate some music? I'm not gonna lie, that is a very serious problem. I don't think that's enough, Phil. Good question, Mr. DeJohn. So, who are my favorite streamers to watch? I watch Riker. He's a Diablo ARPG streamer, really, really good. Then there's a streamer that I watch that I won't mention on screen because he is a controversial streamer. A lot of people don't like him. There's definitely potentially, I don't know, stuff that has been done by the streamer that is not good. You know, I'm a fan of Michael Jackson's music. I can separate the artist from what they do. And so, yeah, for me, it's that streamer as well. But interesting enough, I don't watch too many streamers. I mostly watch pre-made content. You know, like Growling Sidewinder, excellent content that he makes. And then I watch a lot of car content. How about yourself, man? Except for me, of course. Of course. Who's your favorite streamer? Or which streamers do you enjoy watching? Maybe I'll check them out. Yes, team. We're down to 500 on the left. I've pulled out more throttle, so we are now limping home. Trying to glide this puppy. Maybe I'll take out even more throttle. Now, should we run out of fuel, the thing is, the right procedure is to come down, see the aircraft carrier, then do a full loop and then come in for a landing. But if we like hit 100, then that might not be what we're going to do. Okay, so let's have a look at the map. So as we can see, the carrier is just off to its north side. Our waypoint is leading us to its east, where we'll make a right turn and then come in for a landing. And so right now, well, looking all right. Have you heard of Mavericks, mountain bike game that launched on consoles? No. It's been on Steam for a while. Oh, is it multiplayer? And is it like arcadey or is it sim? Oh, okay. Now, just looking at our fuel situation, we're down to 500, which is very low, but we've kind of hit a setting now. We're able to maintain altitude and level flight, low throttle settings, and it doesn't seem to be chewing the fuel too much. Okay, there she went down to 400, so yeah, we're in a unique position. Okay, so what are we going to do? Now we start configuring our jet for landing. So, first thing we're going to do, switch over to landing mode. And so you see we're still radioing here, and so we're going to go radio, tune tack,
Wilco.
Harry Truman, and so now we go F12, and now we can go ATC, Harry Truman.
Marshall 010. Marking maps 023. 435.
We're inbound.
Angels 29. State 1.8.
Taking all throttle out now, so we can slowly descend. Ooh, alright. Well, if you haven't played it, mate, definitely go and play it and let me know. Like, especially if it's multiplayer, that would be ridiculously cool. Alright, we're coming in, team. How's our fuel looking? We're still on 400, probably closer to 300. So that would probably give us enough to maybe do 2 passes if I don't land the first time, which is obviously a high possibility. Cool, jet's looking good. And so a couple of things are going to happen in succession. We're going to drop our hook, and then when we come to the front of the aircraft carrier, we're going to rotate to the left. We're going to engage our brakes, drop our gears, do our flaps, enable DLC, and then the hard part starts. The really hard part. Cool. So the good news is we're completely throttled 0, as you can see there on the left. And so right now, fuel's at 400, will tick over to 300 in a second. So I'm feeling confident we can make an actual proper landing with the fuel on board. But we probably won't have more than maybe 2 or 3 attempts, and then we'll be doomed. That's a little bit of pressure, and that means that you might get a bit risque in trying to land the bird, and that's never a good thing. Okay, and so you can see the aircraft carrier is waiting for us to confirm that we see it at 10. So the moment I can actually see the carrier, which I can, there she is, I will indicate
010. See you at 10.
010, update state, switch tower.
010. State 1.7.
He likes cars like you, and he did a crazy stunt with a few months ago. Oh, thanks for the link, man. I will definitely go and check it out. I'm always keen to try new streams, and you know me, I like a bit of mountain biking, so yeah, it'll be good fun. Do you watch any other game streamers? You know, of course, there are all the big ones, but yeah. And there's quite a few people have joined us on YouTube. Don't be shy. We're just chatting now as we bring this jet in with very little fuel to try and land the puppy. By the way, for those who joined, I am in no way pro. Next level JJ means I'm an average dude, and we try things that are really hard to take things to the next level. So why don't we try and land an old jet, an F14 Tomcat, on an aircraft carrier, which is considered one of the hardest things to do. Alright, so there's our aircraft carrier, 10 nautical miles out. We're on 0 throttle. Again, we'll just check our fuel, still on 400. That's good. Excellent. And so what we're doing is we're bringing her down, and then once we're off to, well, when the carrier's off to our left, we'll turn left and initiate our hook. And then we will get ready to do the landing process. Just me? Ah, dude. We work together, man. Are you sure you want to listen to my voice as much as you're doing? Nice and slowly. So a slight difference to the missions I've done before is now we will be landing with the sun at our back.
010. Overhead Angels 9.5. State 1.6.
Okay.
010. Power, roger. BRC 288. Signal is Charlie.
010.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to be turning right, flying with it off to my left. We'll drop the hook, and then we'll start going through all the procedures. This is not how you would safely join the pattern, by the way, but we're going to give it a go anyways. So rotate. Cool. Pause the music. Hook down. Coming over it on the top. And now we throttle out. And so we're going to go air brake. Watch that speed. We want it to come down, not too much. Make sure we keep the plane flying. Speeds come down enough. Flaps down. That will affect the flying characteristics of the plane. PLC enabled. Bring the plane up a bit. Yeah. AOA is not good. I thought I had dropped the gears. Not sure why it's complaining. Let's have a look. What? I did drop the gears. Come on, man. Maybe I pushed the wrong button. Okay. Changes the flight characteristics again, so let's get the plane nose up. Come on, you can do it, plane. Come on. The plane nose up again. Okay, gears in. Here we go. Our first attempt. 069 Tomcat. Ball. Virtually no fuel. Please let me land, Daddy. Damn, I had to check my DLC. Come on. I'm down. I'm down. Move that stupid thing out of the way. Okay, drifting a bit to the left. Let's bring her back. Bring her down with the LC. Now, I don't agree with that. I think we hit that perfectly, team.
Bolter, let's go.
I don't think that's right. Hang on, let's check. Is the hook? Yep, hook is engaged. Everything. No, that's bullshit. I hit those perfectly. And so sometimes I wonder if it's the mission setup. All right, cool. But I was really impressed with that. That was smooth, nice and straight. Good angle, where AOA was great. So, yeah. Yeah, I think sometimes you can configure a mission badly, and even though you hit the marks, it doesn't hook. So, yeah, I'll go and watch that in replay, but I think that was pretty good. So we will try again. What's our fuel? 0300. Oh, we got a few attempts, actually. Okay, so we'll pull a bit of throttle out. So we'll look to our wing on the right when we enable DLC. Should see it just pop up. Perfect. Bring the throttle up. You see that little E? That's sort of the AOA. So we really want to have, we want to just stay perfectly in that E. And if it drops down, it means that I need to throttle up. But at the moment, she's looking good. And DLC direct lift control. It's a button I can push to literally push the airplane up or down, and that helps. Whoa, okay, that was a pretty tight turn. So we're gonna give it a go anyways. But we have to wait a few seconds. 069 Tomcat ball 0300 manual. Okay, so at least we're lined up. Throttle down. Let's see if I can bring that DLC. It's probably a bit too gutsy, but we're gonna try. Gonna drop her out of the sky like an absolute squawk. No. That was gutsy. I would never do that in real life. Okay, so let's get out a bit further, give ourselves as much time to line up as possible. Fuel is 200 now, so we're running low. No reason to panic yet. I call bullshit too, says the John. Yeah, man. I was really impressed. Like, when I saw that angle coming down, I was like, yes, we got it. And then the game was like, screw you, bitch. Okay, let's get to level altitude again. Cool, and we'll enable DLC again. There she pops up. Beautiful, nice level flight. Aircraft carrier is a bit further away. Yeah, let's initiate our turn. Bring the nose up to the E so we've got good AOA. Can have a nice slow turn. This would be so much easier with a VR. And let's keep that turn coming. Okay, so we got a good lineup. 069 Tomcat, ball 0300 manual. Let's drift to the right a little bit. Bring that up with the LC. Yeah, I know. I know. I know, I'm desperate. Yeah, team!
Looks like an okay fair one wire.
Yeah, we'll take it. We will take it. We got it. There we go. Wheel brakes. Roll down. Engines off. Everything will then start to turn off. Oh, there we go, team. Are you kidding me? That was awesome. The John says, yes, baby. So it wasn't a pretty landing, I know, but like I said, fuel was very, very low. And at this point, just putting her down is an absolute win. Absolute win. Can I ask him to open up the canopy? I don't know if can I do it myself? Never tried, actually. Opens the canopy. Yeah, I want the canopy open, yeah. 9. It shows me a rotational button, but anyways, there we go, team. A nice, chilled, of course you would need to leave it in this condition, but look, no damage. We made it home. Not too bad for an amateur flight. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Well, there we go, team. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, we didn't nail everything we wanted to do, but we managed to get a few things done. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to go outside and enjoy the beautiful sunshine we've had. But like I said, this has been cool. Definitely the hard part for me is still the refueling. And like I said, it's easier for me to get the actual plug done than to maintain level flight. And it's just, for me, the main killer at the moment is the throttle. For whatever reason, hang on, let me get a bit of light in here. There we go. For me, the main problem is the throttle. I push it like literally with my thumb. I just do that, moving it a millimeter forward, and then I'm catching up to the basket and catching up to the plane. And then I want to take the throttle out, so I pull it a millimeter back and it disconnects. And so, like I said in my previous stream, I'm annoyed I didn't do it for this one. I need to expand the, how can I say, the stretch of the first, say, quarter of my throttle, which should make it basically the first quarter of my throttle in the game should be half a throttle in the real world, and so everything after that will be a bit faster, but that's okay. Usually when you're doing that sort of throttle control, everything above half is anyway boost, and so that means that instead of having to worry about millimeters, I can push it and I can get that to perfectly sit still with that basket. And then if I just click it a little bit forward, it should just go connect, and then I can click it back and it should just stay like that, and then I focus on the plane. But look, we managed to land it, which I'm very happy with, and we managed to do a takeoff and everything and hit our time marks. So next level, I think achieved. So we will have to do this again, but like I said, I think the next thing we want to do is work on navigation, because our next thing after refueling is a bombing run. And for you to be able to successfully drop a bomb, well, you need to figure out how to get there first, right? So yes, we will do that in our next stream. But like I said, I will do a stream tomorrow. I'm still up near what I'm keen to do. There might be a chance that I do a Assetto Corsa Evo with one of my team members on the Ace Chat side. By the way, a reminder, head over to my Discord, link in the description or on my website. If you like a particular style of game, say hello in the Discord chat. I'll put you in a subgroup and then we arrange events to play together, be it Rocket League, be it DCS, be it, any of those types of games. I did a really cool stream the other day playing High Guard with one of my new friends that I've met online. So that can be you too. So let me know. But as always, Stream Beats by Harris Heller, just keeping us cool as always. Massive shout out to them. Link is in the description, but also head over to Spotify. Of course, as we got up here, please, if this was fun or average, hopefully enough to give it a like, please give us a like. If you haven't already, I'm going to be consistently improving my content and engaging my community, and so I'd love for you to follow or subscribe and then head over to that Discord, say hello, let's build this out. Also, as for the shirts, so yes, it's not like I'm trying to make money out of merch, that's definitely not the case, but it's for me something I'm really proud of. And for those who want to win a cool shirt, next week I'll be working on how that competition works. Little tip, you're gonna have to be a Discord subscriber to get in. But that's me for the day. I hope you have a fantastic Saturday wherever you are, and we'll catch you probably tomorrow, but if not, like I said, next week I'm going to be releasing all kinds of edited content from videos I've done over the past, so hopefully enjoy that. Cool team, see you soon, catch up.